What's up, y'all? JuniorFrmTheFam. I got another hot one for y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Great love, good support. Them keep it going for sure, for sure. Today I got my dog PARYS with us in the building. Thank you for hopping on.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely, absolutely. On these interviews, you know, we just dig behind the souls. It was artists. I got my dog on here. 2 interviews. Quincy, a comedian, and now we got entrepreneur, not artist at all, but we just showcasing talent around the Sag, man. Tri-Cities, young black talents coming up, man. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all watch the journeys. It's all love. It's all love. So you from Saginaw, bro?
Yes, sir. Born and raised, Saginaw, Michigan. Yeah.
Okay.
I still be thinking about how did I get here, but it's a reason why I'm here.
I feel you. I feel you. What all schools you went to in your time in the Sag, like growing up, grade school, high school, all that stuff?
So I started off, I was in Morley, where now they do the Black Arts Festival. So I started off there.
Oh, yeah.
After I went there, they knocked the building down. I said, well, geez. So, so I started there, then I went over to Art the Eddie. That's when I met most of my, I guess you would say, Facebook friends that you don't really see again. I met them back at Art the Eddie, and then that's over time, my mom and parents, they moved me over here to Bridgeport. And then that's when I ended up going to all the Bridgeport, so the Martin G's, the high school.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Then you went to Art the Eddie. My auntie a teacher at Art the Eddie. Miss Bray, I don't know if you know her, Miss Bray.
I know pictures. I know pictures of her. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll show you. Definitely. But for sure. Any sports? Any curricular activities?
I did. I'm gonna tell you a sport that I didn't think I was gonna do, but I did soccer. But I was a beast at soccer though. You know, I don't care what nobody say. Soccer ain't for the weak. I mean, you got football, basketball. You know, you're typical. But I did soccer then in high school. I mean, through time I did like basketball. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? This ain't really nah. So then I started doing track.
Right.
So when I got in Bridgeport, I started doing track. High school, you know how that goes. Sometimes you can either go all the way with it, or you get lazy with it. And I was just like, you know what? That's when I started realizing like I'm not finna go to school for sports or you know anything like that. So I said, you know what? I'm just start my journey early with the whole everything I do now. Oh, yeah. I started that back like towards high school.
Okay. You ever had plans back then, like you wanted to go to college or anything, or was it you? Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I did. So when I graduated in 18, like I had my graduation the next day. We did the open house, and then 2 weeks after that, I was already in college. So while everybody else had like summer break to celebrate, you know, saying, oh yeah, we graduated. Yeah. I was doing courses at U of M.
Yeah, everybody was taking years off and stuff like
that. Yeah. So I
kept to it.
Yeah. So I did U of M. I majored in psychology. As of now, I mean, I don't do nothing that involves psychology. But then again, I guess you could say like this whole life thing we call it got something to do with psychology.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How was your support systems growing up? Friends, family, you know?
It was cool. I mean, my parents, like I never had to really ask for much growing up, which is a blessing. But if I wasn't doing right, I wasn't getting it.
Right.
So it wasn't just like, even if because you got some kids, they bad, but even when they bad, on Christmas, they got the brand new everything. And like, he look bad, like, why you got him that? He terrible. And you get him so I remember one time real quick, the Columbia 11s came out, the white joints, right? Yeah. So this is back when they was doing raffles. I think they still doing it. I just go online and buy shoes, but they was doing raffles. The day I won the raffle, they called my parents and said I was talking in class. So they called back to Foot Locker and said, hey, you can get that ticket to somebody else. We don't need it. And then they bought my little sister the shoes.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
I said, oh, you niggas. But it was, other than that, my parents, they was pretty cool growing up.
Yeah, that's a strong upbringing for sure. I had them, like, you got in trouble near your birthday, canceled.
Yeah. Mine's up in November, so it's like, you know, you got November, right? So you trying to play it safe because you're like, okay, my birthday right now, but then you got Thanksgiving coming up, so you're thinking if you was bad, maybe your family gonna forget about it. They ain't forget that. Man. They remember every single thing.
For real. What's some make some hidden talents or things you into that people don't know about, like just from seeing you online, like you know, just a personal thing.
So like I put a lot of stuff that I do out there at least now. Just one of the many things like I don't really put out there because I only do it in certain places, which is in church. So in church, like I sing, like I ain't gonna say like I'm just Chris Brown singing, but I can hold a note if need be. So certain things like that, those are more intimate things that I do. That's not really showcased as much, but is if you give me a mic, karaoke, and maybe something to drink, you see, you like, oh, hold on, that sounds kind of good.
I felt that. Absolutely. What got you? I know you said like you went to school for the psychology. What got you on the entrepreneur path? Which made you turn your path a little bit? What happened there?
So I've been working since cause I was, I don't know if it's 14. Oh well, yeah, 14. I've been working since then. The first job I started was like at Ralph Lauren, so I'm working with grown people at this time. So like I'm like 16, working with people like that's my mama age, past my mama age.
Yeah.
You know, so it's more, it matured me a little bit faster. So I did that for like 5 to 6 years. They gave me a chance to be a manager there. I'm like, okay, cool. I guess this is my, you know, at that point in time, I'm like, oh, this is a good life. You know, I was making some good money. Right? I'm just making some good money. Yeah. I'm like, what am I doing with this? So then stuff happened with them, and then I ended up going to the state. So I started working with Secretary of State. So state of Michigan, I started doing stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, now I'm back again working with people that's even older than the last people I just came from. So I'm like, okay, I'm just a bunch of people that's just grown. Yeah. And they, you know, they stuck. We're not stuck, but they comfortable, right? Yeah, right. And I've been talking about being comfortable. You can get stuck easily being comfortable. So I decided to say, okay, I'm not going to let this be my end all. So I quit the state. They were like, why would you do that? It's good benefits. At this time, I wasn't 25, so that whole having insurance and all that stuff, I mean, it mattered, but it didn't matter to me at that time. I'm like, I don't need it. I'm on my mama's stuff. Yeah. So, you know, I was in that mindset, so I was just like, you know what? This ain't something that I can say I'm happy with doing and that I can do for the rest of my life. So I quit the state, and then I ended up finding a building, a space on Hamilton, and that's where I launched uploading. So uploading was already a thing, but I just said, you know what, I need a space to do this, because I want people to be able to come somewhere and be like, when I come into this, like, you can do it, you know, anywhere, but I wanted a physical space away from home too, so people be like, when I come here, I feel like I can produce or I can get anything created out of my mind into reality. So that's when I ended up launching uploading back in May of this year. And we're still doing Sean right now.
And for those who don't know, tell us a little bit about uploading. What you do there?
Yeah, so uploading. So every time somebody asks me, I always just be like, I don't know. Like the answer probably changes each time, but lately I've been saying, so uploading. It's 8 different businesses I created that's underneath one name, which is uploading. So we got your graphic design, your photography, videography. We got podcasts. So if you want to search a podcast or anything like that, we can help you gear up with that. That's a graphic design already?
Yep.
Okay, see, I don't be remembering. Then you got retail, you got business development, so if you want to create your LLC or anything like that in that nature, we can help you with that. And I want to say that's everything. Oh, interior design too. So if you want to set up either your home, your space, your office space, anything like that, we come out, we collaborate with you, and then we'll get you what you need. So basically, and then it's still stuff that I keep doing on accident. Like lately, I've been like doing like house stuff, like hanging up TVs. I guess you could say that's interior design, but it's just the more stuff I do, I'm like, okay, I could just put that underneath that because this is a thing.
Right, absolutely. What's one thing, like an obstacle or challenge in your life that you had to go through or survive to really elevate and grow, get out the childish mindset or stop bullshitting yourself?
So I give you an exclusive. And I said I was gonna put this in my book, but I'm gonna give it straight up to you as an exclusive. Bet that. I lost. I can't say what year it was because I don't remember. But some stuff we ain't supposed to remember. But I lost everything. When I say everything, I mean like everything. Like as far as money, cars, and my crib, and all that stuff at the same time. It was like legit. Like okay, you only, I want to say probably 22. Or 21. No, 22. Like you 22 and you got like a Charger, a nice old condo, like stuff like that. And it looked like, you know, you're doing real good, but I was doing good, right? It wasn't that I couldn't afford it or anything like that. I was just so childish where I wasn't paying.
Right, I get you.
So like I had the money, but I'm like, oh, that's my money. If you want it, you gonna have to go knock on the door and say, "Hun," and they knocked on the door and said. So I mean that happened then. So that I'm like, okay, this is a huge life lesson. Like I'm happy I went through it. At the same time, being sad, I'm happy I went through it. But I'm like, you know, typically people they say like, yeah, that happened to me. But sometimes you gotta experience that stuff on your own. Absolutely. To be like, yeah, that ain't never gonna happen. So ever since then, I just elevated to the point where I'm always gonna like. I not even say like survive, but I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna make it happen. Whether I'm breaking somebody's leaves outside or on top of somebody's house, or maybe I'm walking dogs. If you see me walking dogs, you might have to come check on me. But but I'm doing something to make sure I stay afloat.
What keep you going? What you ever feel like giving up?
You know, sometimes I do. So I was just speaking to somebody like not too long ago. One thing we were talking about was back when we were like younger or like coming up, we always used to be the one like, oh, you do everything, you know, that type of thing. Like, oh man, you always raising your hand and you always being involved in this. So then sometimes you take that into consideration and be like, dang, maybe I do need to sit back and see if somebody else gonna do it. So for a point in time, I did that like for a year. Like I didn't do any like PARYS type of stuff. You know what I mean? So and then from now I'm like, yeah, this ain't me. This ain't me. Like you know when you one in your family, like okay, I'm the one. I gotta make sure my family get here. Yeah. Because if they don't, we're gonna get there. It may not be the right way, but if I can have the power to make sure that we get there the right way, then why not do it?
Absolutely.
So basically, my family, they the ones who like it's like they my goal to say, okay, you got to get up, you got to do this, because at the end of the day, it's gonna be that.
Facts. And think about 3 adjectives to describe yourself. What are those?
I say funny for sure. That's the easy. I crack my own self up. Considerate. I am considerate. I do think about stuff on both sides. And then my last one. And my last one, I would say, okay, I'm gonna say this, but don't count it as that. My last one, I say slow, cause I be some stuff I do. My time be slow, my mind be slow. Yeah. Sometimes I eat slow. But that, I mean, it's true though, because that's a long part where I think about stuff. So I mean, you know, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say put that out there. That's my last one, slow. However you want to take that slow, that's me. Slow could be good or bad. Right.
Absolutely. And then when it comes to PARYS, what do you stand on or represent? What's your you know, just what you stand for? Like, what do you fight for? What message you want to get out there?
I don't. The main thing I disagree with, and I anytime it's in front of me, I go at it at any type of direction. Is not necessarily. I mean, people categorize that as bullying, but now they try to switch out the word to whatever. So just saying like, you know, what's right, what's wrong. But if a lot of people are like jumping on somebody, not fighting wise, but I'm just saying coming at them like all these opinions is going at one person and no one's listening to that person. I don't like that. I like for people at least to be able to say how they feel. Whether, you know, what you say is right or wrong, it may be wrong, but the fact that you still got it out there, it may feel right to you, and that's okay, because you don't want, nobody want their feelings to not feel like it's hurt. So my thing is for everybody to be able to talk.
That's fire. Open communication. All right, and then thinking about a perfect world, what's your biggest dreams and aspirations? What do you want to complete in this perfect world if you get
Well, for a long time I've been saying, and I just brought this up too, I kept saying like by 25 I was going to be a millionaire, right? Nobody knows how much money I got. I like to keep it that way though. Right. And some people may think you don't, you know, I like to keep it that way, but I know for me, I said by 25, so I turned 25 in November of this month, right? So I'm like, okay, hold on, I didn't wake up and it wasn't $1 million in my account, hold on. So I had to realize that I still do have, I'm gonna be 25 for the whole next, you know, the continuing year. So I still got time to knock that out, but that's my goal. That's what I'm trying to hit for. And then obviously from that, you know, gotta do what you do. But for me, my personal goal is to hit that status before I leave from being 25.
Right. Okay.
To 26, I ain't going nowhere. I hate saying that, like when people be saying, oh, I'm tired. Like, don't say that too much. he snapped his fingers, you be up out of here. Say, oh, I got you.
When was your birthday?
11/11.
11/11. Okay. What you did for it?
I just did a little dinner with family. I came back to my spot. And I played spades again for the first time in about 5 or 6 years.
Oh, yeah.
You know, everybody can play spades. And I have to remember that. I'm saying, you can play spades?
Yeah, I get down. I got some cards right over there.
Let me go get my table. Yeah, so I that day, I'm like, okay, this is cool. But I know for sure, because I love traveling. So I know a trip is coming up pretty soon. If not at the end of this year, it's going to be at the beginning. Because earlier this year I was in Cancun, and before the end of last year I was like in Jamaica. So I like going places. So that's coming up for sure.
Okay, absolutely. And why should all these people, if they're not following you now, why should they follow you right now instead of waiting on when you blow up?
Because y'all can say y'all know me. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, my main goal is to like help people like network, motivate, and push ideas further. Whether it's a good idea or a bad idea, if I got any type of source or power to help you push it, that's what I'm here to do. I love collaboration. That's the biggest thing. The biggest thing ever is collaboration. Because if somebody can say, "Oh, I wish somebody help me," and I'd be like, "Oh, I can help you," then we win.
Right.
We win. So
yeah, absolutely.
that's the main goal.
Any upcoming projects or things coming out, people events or anything people should look out for?
Yeah. So I got some stuff I can't say yet. I love when people on interviews say that, but I do mean I ain't just saying it just to say it. I do got some stuff that I can't talk about yet. But what I can talk about is uploading. So if you come visit us at what's our address? 318 South Hamilton Street, Suite 4. If you come down there, we got a couple specials going on. Whether you want to get some pictures done, get some reels done, photography, anything like that, come see us. Come see those specials. And I also got one more, like a holiday event coming up that's open to the public. But y'all will hear more information about that within the coming weeks.
Absolutely. I'll share them with you too. I'm sharing. Any like what is it? Like your TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, any ads?
Yeah, so you
can give out.
You can follow me. So I'm trying to leave Facebook because they said I be like I'm woke. If that makes sense, right? Yeah. They said a lot of people elsewhere don't be using Facebook like that, but we do. So I think I'm gonna keep using Facebook just until I be like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing on everything. It's PARYS Rogan, so at PARYS Rogan on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. You can follow me on any of those. My response time is pretty decent. It's pretty decent. I'm working on that. That's the thing that I'm working on. But any of those things, my phone is always with me, if that makes sense. If it ain't with me and with somebody else, then we'll respond.
Facts. But that's the show there. Thank you for hopping on. For sure. That's PARYS Rogan, man. Junior from the fam. Make sure y'all tap in. We're going to drop these bitches every motherfucking week.